My name is Trinesha Avery. I am the manager of culture at Ethos Classical Charter School.
So tell me a little bit about how have you seen the impact of combining a comprehensive discipline matrix and restorative policy practices? Like, what does that look like in real time for you as a school leader?
So as a school leader, it was really important to me to be able to connect with all of the scholars and also give them alternatives to the typical suspensions or in-school suspension or detention or loss of recess. And so what it looked like for me was we had an actual consequence matrix. We had a discipline matrix as well. But before I allowed a scholar to enter the discipline matrix, I pulled them into a restorative meeting. And that restorative meeting normally consisted of questions that gave them room for reflection, pause, transformation, and then allowed them to continue on. Now, that didn't mean that they would not receive any consequences. Sometimes their consequence was, this is your restoration. This is the moment where you can apologize or make retributions for what happened. And so that was one of the biggest things that I implemented. The impact on it was that I was able to see this time period, I was able to see that we dropped from 21 being suspended, 21 students. This particular round, we only had 3 that were suspended out of school. Wow. And so even as we walk through the halls, even as I go through the halls, most of the time when the students see me, if something is going wrong, they'll be able to articulate and say, this is why I'm so upset. This is why I'm so mad. I just feel this, Miss Avery. And with them giving me those statements, one of the biggest things that I say is, okay, well, question, how is that helping? What can I do to make it better? Is this interrupting your learning? Is it something that you can give to the teacher or give to me to handle while you just focus on learning? Mm-hmm. And most of the time it allows them to go back into the classroom. Their minds are clear, they feel refreshed, and they're ready to engage in learning again.
And how have parents been involved in the process at all?
We have absolutely amazing parents. And so even when we do the restoration, even if I bring in a behavioral tracker and I say, these are the things that I want to grow them in, they are getting to graduation. I may get ready to change a goal that they may have. The parents are all on board. They are all involved with what do their trackers look? How do their trackers look? What's happening there? And then the parents, for the most part, are very honest about, yep, I can believe that actually happened. How can we fix it? How can we restore it? So when I tell parents, hey, I'm going to have a restorative conversation, which I normally either send a message and let them know that something did happen, there is going to be a restoration or restorative circle for that particular scholar. Most of the parents are on board and they just want to follow up and say, well, how did it go, so that I can follow up at home as well and we can be on the same page.